I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au, and today I'm speaking with Mark Saxon, the Non-Executive Director for Military Metals. Mark, it is a pleasure to have you on. How are you?
Hi, Shay. Doing pretty well. It's interesting times in the market, and I think we've got lots to talk about.
We certainly do have lots to talk about. But before we do, let's kick off with how an Australian is working with Military Metals.
For sure. I was approached by Scott, the CEO of Military Metals, about 6 months ago to see if I could join the company. Obviously, we're working in the antimony space, and Australia is relatively strong in the antimony space. We're a producer, and in fact, I live in Bendigo, and we've got one of the world's only producing antimony mines half an hour's drive from my house. So Scott reached out. He knows I've got sort of a large global career in critical metals, rare earths, and unusual minerals. And so, it was a very natural fit for me.
I like that you phrased it as unusual metals. But before we get into antimony and Military Metals projects, I wouldn't mind talking about the state of global affairs. We're currently seeing some extremely disruptive tariffs come out of the US administration. How is this going to impact the supply and demand of critical metals?
Yeah, there's lots in that question, and obviously it's very hot off the presses. It's only a few days old in terms of the tariffs. However, I think what we're seeing is kind of a pulling apart of global supply chains. So the US has kind of stepped back from that role where they're reaching across and sort of supporting other countries. They're now pulling back. That's going to create a real space for other regions, the EU, China, Australia, Canada, to fill those gaps, I think, and build out other supply chains. So I think what Military Metals has done with projects in a range of parts of the world, a range of jurisdictions, is really smart. It's going to prove to be a good strategy because they're not just reliant on US as a customer. They're able to see customers all around the world now. So yes, I'm concerned about share prices and markets and what's going to happen in the next sort of weeks and months. But I think for companies that are well positioned in critical metals, they should do fine.
You mentioned that Military Metals projects are well located around the world. Where are they?
Yeah, so Military Metals, I guess they're an early mover in antimony, and so they've managed to put together a broad portfolio of projects across different jurisdictions. So we've got one in Slovakia, we've got one in Nova Scotia, and we've got one in Nevada in the US. The flagship at the moment is in Slovakia, so sitting sort of in the middle of the EU. Very well located in an old mining region and looks like a really exciting project for us.
Listen, Mark, thank you so much for being here today. I look forward to talking with you more.
Thanks, Shay. Chat soon.